everybody, it's Chris, and I'm back to do another little pour with you today. Today we're going to do kind of a rainbow bloom. I am working on another one of these cute little 12-inch round Lazy Susans. This has been primed with my Zinsser 123 primer, and then I sanded down kind of the rough edges. I'm using some Sherwin-Williams Paint to Go for my pillow today. So I'm going to go ahead and pour that down first. Make sure that I get a nice amount on here. I want enough that I can go over, but I don't want to waste. So we'll see how that looks once we get the colors added. And my color inspiration is kind of from a set of Pearlex pigments that I had gotten off of Amazon. And I'll put the link to that down in my description in case you're interested in trying these for yourself. I'm putting some dioxazine purple on the very bottom. A lot of these colors are translucent, so I want to make sure that I have kind of an opaque color on the bottom so that they'll show up a little bit better. And then I've also kind of added in some colors in between the Pearlex pigments just to make sure that everything's going to show up the way I want it to. So that's the dioxazine purple, and then this is one of the colors in the set. It's called Shimmer Violet. It is a really pretty color. So I'm going to put that on next. So just kind of making my bloom here in the center, and we'll build from there. And then next is the Sapphire Pearlex in the set. This is a really pretty color too. I did thin my pigments down a little bit because they've been sitting there a while, and I have a feeling that I may not have thinned them down quite enough. I used some of my Minwax polyacrylic varnish to do that. And then this is some Artist Loft turquoise. Once again, just kind of trying to put a little bit of opaque in there with all of my translucent Pearlex colors. And then next is the Emerald, and this is also in that set. I want to make sure that I have enough color on here to make a really pretty bloom. I want all the rainbows. And then this is another color that's in the set, and this is called Citrine. So with all of these colors, I actually did add in some tube paints that I had that were very close to, or very similar to the colors of the Pearlex. Just because sometimes the Pearlex is a little translucent, and the tube paints kind of help it behave a little bit better with the Shelley art style. This is Scarlet. This is the 5th one in the set. But it seems like I have these awfully thick, even though I went through them and I thought I had thinned them all down again. And then the final color is called Magenta. So we'll put that little baby right on top. And make sure I have plenty of the pink. All right. Okay, and then I mixed up a fresh batch of cell activator, and I thought I would do black on here so that I have the nice contrast of the white and the colors in the black. So I'm just gonna put a nice pool of this down here. And then my trusty blow dryer over here. I'll put a link to this in the comments as well, or excuse me, in the description as well, just in case you want to check that out as well. That's also on Amazon. Just gonna put a little bit more cell activator over here to make sure that I get it everywhere. I'm just gonna let that pillow come back up underneath. I don't feel like I got the black cell activator very well dispersed. So I may take my straw here and see if I can get it to go a little bit further here. All right, I think the majority of the paint has popped back up in the center. It's quite interesting. I have a lot of chameleon cells, so we'll see if they hold tight when we spin it out. But if I hold this up here, see how I have quite a few cells here that have different colors within the cells and within the cell activator. So we'll see what happens when we spin it out. I actually like it when there's a little bit of the black cell activator into the white. I think that's kind of a cool look. So we'll see what happens as we start to spin, and we might adjust a little bit here. Hopefully we're kind of in the center. This should be absolutely even because I have this sitting on my work table and I know that it's a level table. I can see I'm going over one side already and not over the other. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this way a little bit. And look at those chameleon cells, holy cow. So I believe the reason that the chameleon cells happen is because you're layering the opaque and the transparent colors. So I think that's how we got all of the chameleon cells, which is really interesting. I don't think I've ever had that many chameleon cells. So I'm just kind of stretching this out a little bit so that I can get down to this other side because it's actually really pretty. I don't want to lose too much of that paint and spin it off. So let's see if that was enough to get her out to the sides. There, that's looking good. And I want it to creep down over the sides. Wow. Okay, I think that looks pretty darn good. I have to say, I do believe that that's some of the best cells I've ever had. I think I want to tilt it back though, so that it's a little bit more centered. So we'll see if I can get it to move a tiny bit here. Wow, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Look at that rainbow effect. Okay, so let me see if I can get this little guy off of my spinner. The sides are not quite done, so I'm gonna have to work on that a little bit, but let me see if I can give you a little bit of a close-up. Isn't that absolutely amazing? So I think one of the best things about this technique are the shimmery paints and how beautiful it is when the light hits it just right. I don't think I'm gonna be able to show you that shimmer, but wow, that is amazing, guys. Isn't that something? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the sides, and then I will put a couple of pictures at the end so that you can see up close and personal. Definitely got some chameleon cells. Those are like pretty cool. So as always, if you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe. I would love to hear any comments that you have about this piece. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always happy to answer them. Thanks so much for watching today, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.